In 2003, an article was written that artifacts from the Malta Museum were missing. One of the artifacts that was missing was a prehistoric skull from North Africa. And this prehistoric North African skull, was described as Negroid. It took me a long time, but by chance, I found a reconstruction image of the skull. The Takarkori study is mentioned everywhere. This study is important because this study points out to an ancient North African genetic sample. However, unlike the original paper that it first came out, they don't discuss the anthropological findings that came with it. And the anthropological findings that came with it show that the Takarkori sample clusters with sub-Saharan Africans from Nigeria. If we look at the skulls, the one on the left is from Gobero. You can see the similarities to the one on the right from Takarkori. The similarities are easily seen there and easily comparable. And according to Joel Lee Irish, the skulls and dental traits from Gobero cluster with West Africans, hence him concluding that the Bantu or Proto-Bantus came from the Gobero area. What most people don't realize, in that same geographical area, right next to the Takarkori sample, was found another Black African mummy dated to 5,400 years ago, near the same exact location, in the same mountains in Libya. If we leave Libya and travel to Algeria, we'll find the same thing. We'll find that about 8,000 years ago, Negroid remains were found at a site called Amekni in Algeria. And again, in Algeria, at Tassili, not too far from Takarkori, we find another Negroid remain dating to about 8,000 years ago.
Why did you buy this beat though?
But were Negroid remains only found in that part of Algeria? What about near the coastal area? Well, according to the Encyclopedia Berber, these locations had Negroid remains found from the protohistoric period. And let's take a close look at one of these remains from the Gastal area, which is basically near the border of Algeria, and Tunisia.
Why did you buy this beat though?
Do you remember the Black Mummy? Well, guess what? There was another mummy found in the same exact location as the Black Mummy. And guess how it was described? This mummy was described as having black derma features and is dated to 8,000 years ago.
Why did you buy this beat though?
We're gonna stay in the coastal area of Algeria again, and near a site called Afalou, dealing with a population that was called the Iber-Maruzians. I did a video about them showing that Egyptologist 7 omitted information. As you can see in the image below, the description of the Afalou is omitted. The description of the Nubians as Negroid is underlined. The description of the Tafel as Caucasoid is underlined, but the description of the Afalou as an intermixture of those two was not underlined, and I'm going to show you the reason why. As I pointed out, the Tafel that was described as Caucasoid is not the Caucasoid type that we're thinking of. It was an Upper Paleolithic European Caucasoid type. And this Upper European Paleolithic type had different types of features, including Africoid and Australoid features. As can be seen in this paper here, some of the dimensions and the facial features of the Tafel and Afalou had Australoid features and sub-Saharan African features, like wide interorbital widths. Here is an Afalou skull. As you can see the wide interorbital widths, like sub-Saharans that the paper said. But let's take a look at another Afalou skull that shows why Egyptologist 7 did not underline that the Afalou had both Caucasoid and Negroid admixture.
Why did you buy this beat though?
But what about Morocco and Tunisia? Well, we can read from older writings from anthropologic studies that Negroid remains were found there also, both in Morocco and Tunisia.
Why did you buy this beat though?